That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a lovely day. Uh, want to thank you for your time. My name is Deron Barnes, and yes, T-Mobile at Work loves your business. I'm actually the new account executive covering the Alabama market here, and wanted to just get the creative juices flowing and to try and reach you guys as creative as possible. Um, just a little bit about myself. I've actually been in telecom industry and sales for about 8 years now. I spent 6 years with AT&T. Was the number one sales guy in the Southeast 2014. Uh, Took a year, moved to Atlanta, and got on with Salesforce, and was a great opportunity there. But just the commute and my kids and my wife being here just got to being too much. So instead of going back to Big Blue, I chose to come over to Magenta. And you may be asking yourself why. Outside of the offer was great, but things are constantly changing within our industry. And one thing about AT&T that just disagreed with myself was the code of ethics. It was a very political, big business type of feel. And small businesses like yourself, from 0 to 100 employees, you guys would be reshuffled and lost year over year just because of a placement or whatever the case may have been. So that's kind of how they did their workers as well. I felt more of a value from T-Mobile and more love from T-Mobile, and that's why I'm here. Uh, but I wanted to take the opportunity to reach you all. Obviously, your time is very, very valuable, and I know you don't have all day. But really wanted to talk to you about T-Mobile and what we're doing here in the industry, and just to get 15 to 20 minutes of your time to kind of learn more about your business and how T-Mobile can partner with you. Yes, I said partner, and within the first couple of years of my experience, I didn't know the difference between being a sales guy and partnering. And one thing I like to advise my customers is, don't think of this so much as a sales transactional process. I want to partner with you. I want to learn about your business. What's some of your goals? How are you guys using technology? Because technology is everything today. Everybody's mobile. We have a mobile workforce, or everything is going mobile. So one thing that T-Mobile has done that I can stand assured on is T-Mobile has revolutionized the mobile industry, and that's just not something that I'm saying. While you have Verizon focusing on robots and and AT&T focusing on cable television, wireline, T-Mobile is solely focused on the mobile market and how we could better serve our customers. And that's kind of what our CEO has done. Just in the last 2 years, our LTE coverage has doubled. Um, and we now has as many towers as Verizon. And that's another thing that I'm not just throwing out there. I advise you, while you're watching TV at home, pay attention to the ads because we're running them all the time. And you'll see that we're no longer talking about Sprint, mentioning Sprint or Boost Mobile or Cricket within our ads. Now our only competitors are AT&T and T and Verizon, and we're here to let the guys know that, hey, we're here to play. We're no longer the red-headed stepchild that's taking the back seat, and that's all because we can now justify it. Our coverage can now justify it. Our LTE data speeds can justify it, and definitely our cost kind of speaks for itself. So, why T-Mobile? I created here just a quick little chart. Uh, and slide that over a little bit, and I'll be sure to take a picture and send this out to you along with my contact information. But why T-Mobile? Just some quick points, some quick nuggets here that I put together is our LTE coverage. Again, we've doubled our LTE coverage the last 2 years, having as many towers as Verizon, more than AT&T. So connectivity is something that we focus highly on, and and that may be something that's critical to your business. Always being able to connect with your guys while they're out, and them being able to connect back to you. Now, of course, every carrier has their dead zones. Engineers hadn't found a way to make towers bend yet. So, if you got guys going in and out the mountains, there may be some dead zones within that. But ultimately, T-Mobile has great coverage within the Metro Birmingham and Alabama market. So, and that's why they have me. Our data speeds. Now, this is something that kind of blew me away. I didn't realize the hold that T-Mobile had captured the data space. And what I tend to do from time to time is I'm located in Inverness, which is right off of Highway 280 in Alabama. It's not a huge city, but I would like to just demonstrate to you all a speed test that I tend to do from time to time here. And if you look right there, I'm going to hit this test button. And you see with that test button, you're averaging a download speed is peaking out around about 20 megs, 21 megs by another 20. So great. So I used to sell that at AT&T all the time. We called it a 20 by 20 fiber optic cable, which we attach to your main business, all of your internet, all of your computers. You now have that on your handheld device. And that's something that T-Mobile has captured. And no one right now is competing with us when it concerns our LTE data speeds. So that's a great benefit to the company, to T-Mobile. Also, no overages. We went to a simple model, right? AT&T and Verizon, you're going to get a shared plan. You suffer from bill shock. Johnny goes over, his daughter's streaming music, and you have this shared 40 gigs, or you're sharing a plan. Well, T-Mobile no longer has that. Our CEO, his name John Laguerre, he actually 2 years ago traveled the world to sit in the different call centers and to listen to the complaints of our customers. And one of the complaints were ETF charges, being bill shocked, with overage charges, not being able to upgrade a device when you want to. And we said, okay, you know what? We're going to change everything. We're going to change how mobility works. And now you see all the commercial ads saying, hey, we'll give you up to $650 to trade in a device. No more contracts, all that good stuff. T-Mobile started that stuff, and that's something that we benefit from versus an AT&T or Verizon. You don't share a plan, so you don't have to worry about overage charges. Your bill is transparent and simple and consistent month by month basis. Okay. Customer service, right? So T-Mobile has led the industry for years when it concerns customer service. If T-Mobile didn't have anything, one thing that they stand assured on is customer service. And again, we were J.D. Power winners for our customer service. No contracts, right? So a lot of times in business, we ask you to demo. Hey, would you like to demo a device or something to that extent? T-Mobile it's not necessary because you don't have any contracts. You don't have any ETF charges. If you were to move over to service and you felt as if you didn't like it, at any given time, you can trade in, pay your last bill, bring your devices back, and literally leave and go wherever it is that you want to go. So that's another thing that it's a benefit because we don't pressure our customers to sign anything. We don't pressure you guys to buy from us because we feel good about once you're coming over, you're going to feel good about what you have. So no contracts. Also, Wi-Fi calling. This is huge because wherever there may be coverage challenges. Say, for instance, you have a steel beam building with steel rails and cement, and it's really hard for a signal to penetrate. T-Mobile has you covered because we don't have to charge you extra to get a signal booster or a micro cell or cell tower or something to that extent. Native to your device, we have something called Wi-Fi calling, where your device would seamlessly switch over to the Wi-Fi signal and you'll make calls just like voice over IP. Okay, so you'll make calls over the Wi-Fi network. Another great thing about this feature is that, let's say you're in Europe, let's say you're on vacation, right? You want to call back to the office. You're at the hotel riding the Wi-Fi network, and that call is free on international. And that's like getting away with murder because now your international charges when you're calling back to a U.S. number is free of charge. You can't beat that because international charges are very, very expensive. Okay, that's another great benefit. Cost is something that I generally don't like to lead with because it's the obvious, right? The value comes from me, from the network. But I mean, let's just throw it out there. Costs, you're probably going to spend nearly half of what you would spend with AT&T and T and Verizon when you go with a solution from T-Mobile. And here's the thing: when it comes to solution applications, things like that, tracking via tracking or mobile iron, if it's security or whatever the case may be, we all work with the same partners. So when it concerns all those things, T-Mobile is capable of giving you a business class solution, just like an AT&T and T and Verizon, because we all partner with the same vendors. Now, as far as the data speed goes, that T-Mobile has an advantage there because, as I just showed you, our data is extremely fast. Ben Join. So Ben Join is a feature that that tends to work for your personal life. Say, for instance, your daughter's on the plan. She streams music, or she likes to listen to Pandora, or look at Netflix and Hulu movies, Grey's Anatomy. Ben Join is a feature that comes out the box, nothing that you have to pay additional for, and it allows you to stream up to stream Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, whether it's Pandora, Spotify, for free. None of that stuff counts against your data. Okay, and myself, of course. It takes a lot. Creativity to try and reach you all throughout the day, especially with you all being very busy. So this is my way of saying, hey, T-Mobile deserves a seat at the table. 15 to 20 minutes. I'm available next Thursday, or whenever you're free to talk, just to learn more about your business. T-Mobile took the route of making things a lot more simpler and transparent. One rate plan for our businesses and for our families that consists of unlimited talk, unlimited voice, and 2 gigs of data, okay, of high-speed data. What T-Mobile does in the event that you go over the 2 gigs of data is they would just turn you down. And if you're getting 20 by 20, turning it down to half of that is still going to be faster than what you're getting from AT&T or Verizon. So a simple approach, right? And I wanted to share that with you today. Please contact me back. My number is 205-401-0229. Again, it's Deron Barnes, T-Mobile Business, 205-401-0229. Thank you. Have a great day.